The all-time high is a very important region to take note in anything you are doing in the market, as long as you are trading digital asset, either it's gold, forex, crypto, or any other asset that you are trading. The all-time high of any stock is very, very key. Why is it key? Because now that we are at the all-time high, you can't predict where it's going to. You know why we're here? I told you guys that we are going to shoot here, and I told you guys we are going to rebound here, which we did. And I said we are going to break this all-time high, and we did it, which was the previous all-time high. And now we are at the price discovery. So now that we are at the price discovery, what do you expect that is going to happen? So this is the price discovery here. You get the point. So we expected the market to continue to shoot up, and that is what you are going to see. Now, how far can we go? I don't want to say some things and you come and meet me there, but you said So what we are going to do is let's hit 150 first. Once we clear up 150, we'll be on our way to 200. Of course, you know the 200 region will not be easy, because this is the 200 that we are going. This is where we are going. But I think what will take us here is the Q4, which is the full year. So we are looking at hitting 200,000 basis points in first quarter 2026. And that is when you want to know if you are making money in the market or if the market is just delaying you. So without wasting time, my name still remains Investor Joseph, and you are welcome to the Financial Edge, where we teach how to gain financial freedom via trade and investment. Just a quick one. I want to tell you guys about Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill is an interesting stocks. They are into Nigerian Infrastructural Debt Fund. For those of you who like stable income, those of you who don't have the time or the stress, of course, not that this price does not move. The price move up and down, but the income is actually stable, so to speak. So what they are paying right now, they are paying 4 naira 25 kobo per unit. So if you are holding one share, you are going to earn 4 naira 25 kobo. And the qualification date is actually 27th of October. You see, if you are smart, this is not when you want to go and be buying it. You should have entered when it was even very, very low. Let's look at the share, and let's look at the fund price. That's ND or NI. What is that? Nigeria Infrastructural. Okay, let's come here. Nigeria Infrastructural Debt Fund. Fantastic. So this is it here. So it's actually, you can see this thing has been printing, guys. Let's move to daily and let's see what the market is doing. Okay, so you can see it got to this part, which was 118, and it dips to 13. And don't forget that this has actually dropped to 100 before. You can see it even came down around this area. So guys, now that I've introduced this fund to you, you'll be targeting when this fund will drop. When it will drop very well, that is when you want to take position, so that around this period you will be taking your profit. Because guess what, your dividend is going to be taxed 10%. Either you like it or not, it's going to be taxed 10%. So for you to scale up that, what you need to do is to factor in, for example, this fund is 113 naira. That's the fund. So if you add the 4 naira to the 5 kobo, it's going to be 117 naira for the 5 kobo. So if this fund move to 118, you get the point. If you move to 118, what do you want to do? Yes, you got it right. You want to sell, because if you sell in the market, depending on the broker you use, you are going to pay less than 2%. You understand? You're going to pay less than 2% than waiting for dividends, the stress and all that. But I'm not discouraging you if you liked it, and if you are just buying this, you know, as you don't want to trade, you just want to hold it. But if you are a young guy, you have the energy, you have the strength, I think that is what you should be doing. You should be taking advantage of all this movement, not just to tie your fund down for this little percentage gain. So that's what I want to share with you about Chapel Hill. And Legend also, they've actually increased their rating on Agosto and Co. I think it is BB, that's long time rating, and they gave them A3, that's short time rating. That's for Legend. And this is the fund I talked about. So this is the current price and this is what they are giving out. They are giving out 4.25, and the distribution yield is actually 20% based on their calculation. And you can see how the total return has been: 142, 168, 2021, 88, 2022, 206, 236, 289, 343, 394. And the next one we are going to see is going to be what? Is going to be 4 something. That's to tell you that these guys know what they are doing. So if you're out there, you don't have that time to do all these things that we do, you just want to buy and keep and earn dividends quarterly, I think you should be considering these stocks so far. I think they've been okay, and look at what they invest: off-grid solar, student accommodation, telecom towers, captive power plants, broadband internet, IPP, solar home system, gas processing plant, pipeline network, marine infrastructure. So these are all the fund, and this is how they distribute it: 100% naira loans, 97% senior secure loans, 95% floating rate loans, 18 construction exposure, 21 longest tenor loan, and all that. So, and you can see their asset is actually growing from 25 to 29. That's their cash and cash equivalent, and also their liability is also growing also, because you grow both, you understand. And their cash reserve, you can see everything is intact, and the net asset value per unit is 107 for 2024, and for 2025 is 108. That shows that they are actually making progress. So what else are we looking at? Oh, this is the Augustus that actually rate Legend. So this is Legend. And so top gainers, let's look at the African market to see top gainers. Top traded is MTN, Dangote, Lafarge, Zenith, Aradel. These are top traded. But top gainers are Prestige. Prestige gained 6.71%. Coronation gained 6.45%. Legend gained 5.45%. CWG gained 4.75%. International Brewery gained 3.57%. And top losers is Austin Lars, Fitzin, Calverton, Badger Pent, and the Livestock actually lost. And these are currency of African countries. Nigerian naira is currently, let's look at the price, 1,460. That's a good one for the Nigerian currency. Let's quickly look at some indices. The NGS insurance gained 1%. The insurance sectors are coming back up again. Let's quickly look at them, and let's see. NGS insurance. Let's take it to index. Okay, this is it. So again, 1%. So you can see from the chart, you can see, like I said, it is coming back up. So we're going back up. That's why you see the likes of Prestige leading the top gainers. So we have the NGS industrial. This one just gained 0.3%, and we have the NGS consumer goods just gained 0.10%. We have the NGS Lotus 0.01%. We have the NGS 30, no movement at all, and the NGS ASM and the all share index actually is trading on the all-time high, 147,710 basis points. We have the NGS premium, nothing to write them about, and the NGS oil and gas, always red. Then we have the CGRSI, then we have that of pension, and we have NGS banking. So these guys are actually not performing as expected. So I just want to be sure that you've gotten a broader view of what happened in the market. We've looked at top gainers and top losers, and we look at some informations that you need to know. One of them is Geregu. Actually, this is a cross deal, and most times cross deal is just investors trying to escape charges. You understand? So you just move it between two customers, and you can discuss the charges. You get the point. So for this, 1,027.4, 1.16, that is 1.1 million units. That was what was transacted. This is good money, guys. If you multiply this, let's see if we can actually do the multiplication and see how much we're getting there. So where's the information again? Look at you here. So 1,027.40. So come here and say 1,027.40, right? Then we'll say multiply by 1160. then 1, 2, 3. Okay, they will say equals to, they will say 1, they will say 1, they will say 1. That's 1.1 billion. 1.1 billion. So when you get to this level, when you are trading at this level, what you should be doing is cross deal. You don't need to be clicking button again. This thing is by level. You understand? So when your portfolio is in the billion, you don't have the time. You can employ guys who are good in TA, who are good in fundamentals. They go and do the research for the week, and every month they come and say, this is what we have. I think this is what this we do. So you are not rushing to say, click buy, click buy. You are not rushing. You're calm. You understand? You are calm, and you're like, okay, so what are we putting? Because you know that entering a stock alone will move the price. So you are looking at the range and looking at where you are going to when you are going to exit. I beg your pardon. So when you are looking to exit, you look at that and you plan it. And when you want to sell, you say, okay, I thought, okay, we look at somebody else that need that volume and cross deal. So, and once you see that cross deal, that's to tell you that the company has value, because the person buying Geregu worth this amount is not a fool. It's not a fool. So this is Amperium Power Distribution Limited. It's not a fool. I've noticed this thing. You see, this is a power company buying shares in power stocks. You understand? Same thing I observe with a particular company. I'm forgetting the name. They used to buy Julius Baja shares, and they are into construction. So that's just to tell you that they invest in what they understand. So they understand the construction business, and they look at it that Julius Baja will continue to lead this particular space. So let's buy. But I think lately they started selling. Of course, maybe they needed money to buy equipment or some stuff like that. So, and that's what is happening also here is Amperium Power Distribution Company Limited. So they also are the one that are actually, so definitely they have a stake in Geregu. So it is when you know values like this that you can buy a particular stock and wait until. But if you don't know value, one little gain like that, you want to sell, you think you cannot wait and all that. But if you can wait and maybe 1 year, 2 years, and you understand the industry, you know the business, you follow their earnings, of course you should be able to do some good numbers. The old game is for you to be able to have some good returns in the future. So guys, these are the top gainers: Prestige, Regalins, Wapik. So this just give you insight that the insurance sector is picking up. The insurance sector is picking up, because if Regalins will top the top gainers, and Prestige, Wapik, and Custodian and Conhor, guys, something is about to happen. Same with Aiko also, something's about to happen. So pay attention, and most especially those of us that are invested in some insurance companies like what's the name of that company again? What's the name of that company again? This is not the time to forget the name of the company. Sunu. Sunu. Yeah, I got you. Sunu. So if you invest in Sunu Insurance, this is the time to pay attention. And by now, you must have, if you are serious about investment, by now you must have averaged down, because you can see it was ranging around this area. So by now you should have averaged down. So your entry should be around 6. Yes, 6 should be your entry, because maybe you bought around 7. Let's even say 730. You bought at 730. It came down to 5. It came down to this area, but you are afraid to average down. You're afraid to average down. So this is where you're supposed to average down, because we are coming back up here. We are coming to this place, and let's see how the trend is going to work, and also let's see how their earnings is going to back up this movement. Because you see, like I said, Sonu is the only insurance stock that is yet to print all-time high. Same thing with PZ. PZ is the only stock that is yet to do all-time high in the consumer space. So this is PZ. Let's just give it time for PZ to load. So just like Sonu in the insurance sector, PZ in the consumer sector is the only stock that is yet to do all-time high. Let me do weekly, so that the daily will still work. Daily will still work. So you can see. So you can see is the only one that is yet. So all these are just struggling within this area here. So you can see breakout, retest, breakouts, breakdown, Then we have a breakout again, then retest, and now it's gaining some momentum. So these are some stocks you want to pay attention to. All time high was 40, and is yet it had touched 40 this area also, but it's yet to give that shoot, just like every other of his colleague or industry mate did. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm very sure. Okay. Thank God it shows here. So this is it. It touched it a bit. Touch it a bit. Yeah. Yes. Touch it a bit. Then came down. Okay. Let's see the next leg if it's going to break across. So guys, I just said let me jump to your face to bring you these videos so that you can know what to do in the market. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that I get notified to my post and reaching videos like this. Until I come away again, keep making money and keep protecting your profits. I love you, my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to head salute. See you in the next one.